is Teacher Melody. I hope you're doing well today. Welcome to What Khaenai School's Math and Science video lessons. Hi students! Welcome back to our video lesson. Are you ready to learn and have fun today? Great! Because today we are going to study about habitat. Habitat. Can you say it with me? Good job. Okay, first we need to know what is a habitat. What is a habitat? The answer, it is a place where living organisms live. Living organisms or living things. The plants, the animals, and human living in a habitat. Okay, so these are some. Okay, this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, these are some of the habitats that we are going to learn today. Are you ready? Okay, so here, a habitat is a natural environment for the living organisms, and a habitat must provide everything a plant or an animal needs to survive. Okay, so in order to survive, all habitats must provide 1. Food, water, shelter, and space. Okay, again, in order to survive, living organism, all habitats or in a habitat, it must have 1. Food, 2. Water, 3. Shelter, okay, and 4th, space. Okay, good job. So next is we are going to know the different kinds of habitat, and our question would be, what are the different kinds of habitat? Okay, this one here, habitat can be on land or in water. Okay, so we can group habitat. Okay, we can group habitat into 2. We have on land or on in water. Okay, so next, first we're going to study about land habitat, and later on we will have the water habitat. The first question, what are the different kinds of land habitat? Okay. And the following are, okay, this one. Here. We have forest, Arctic, house, desert, and farm. One more time. Forest, Arctic, house, desert, and farm. Okay, your turn. Can you say it with me? Ready? Forest, Arctic, house, desert, farm. Good job. Okay, so we will study this land habitat one by one. And what are the living organisms, plants, and animals living in there or on there? Okay, very good. Let's move on. Okay, how about plants in the forest? Okay, plants in the forest. We have here ferns and a cedar tree. Again, what plant is this? Ferns. How about this one? Cedar. Okay, again. Okay. And we have a different question for this one. Here, what do you see in the forest? Okay, what plants do you see in the forest? Okay, so your answer would be, I see, example, a cedar tree. Okay, I see a cedar tree in the forest. Okay. Let's move on to another habitat. That would be farm. Okay, one more time. Farm. Your turn. Okay, this habitat has everything a living thing needs. Yes, almost. Okay, and here are some animals that live in the farm. Ooh. Horse and a chicken. Horse and a chicken. And our question. Okay, here. I will do the question. You will do the answer. Okay. Where does a chicken live? Where does a chicken live? Answer. Good job! Okay. Next, let's have plants in the farm. Okay. Plants in the farm. Okay, we have a sunflower or an eggplant. Again, a sunflower or an eggplant. Okay. And our question is, what do you see in the farm? Or what plants do you see in the farm? Okay, for example, this one, a sunflower. Okay, what do you see in the farm? Good job. Okay, and next let's move on to another habitat. That would be house. Okay, one more time. House. So together in our comfort, now we can see animals and plants inside houses. Yes. And some of these animals are a dog and a parrot or a bird, simply bird. Okay. So question. Where does a dog live? Where does a dog live? Answer? Yes. Okay. I have one. So next, let's have plants. Okay. Plants in our houses. Example, rose and daisy. Again, rose and daisy. Okay. Let me ask you again. What plant is this? Rose. How about this one? Daisy. Okay. Question. What do you see in the house? Or what plants do you see in the house? Okay. Example, this one. I see rose in the house. Okay. Great. Okay. Next, land habitat, we have desert. Okay, here. Desert. Say it with me. Desert. Good. Here. This habitat is extremely hot and dry. What does it mean? Extremely meaning very, very hot and very dry. Okay? But there are still animals and plants living in there. And these are some. Okay, a camel and a scorpion. One more time, a camel and a scorpion. Okay, our question, where does a scorpion live? Where does a scorpion live? Answer. Desert. Okay, great. Okay, next let's have plants in the desert. Okay, plants in the desert, we have a cactus and a palm tree. Okay, again, can you say it with me? A cactus, a palm tree. And our question, what do you see in the desert? Or what plants do you see in the desert? Okay, sorry, I'm gonna point out. Okay, what do you see in the desert? For example, this one. Okay, okay. Okay, next, I think this is the last kind of land habitat we are going to study, and that would be Arctic. Okay, one more time. Arctic. Arctic. Okay, can you do it? Can you do it? Ready? Go. Okay, this habitat is extremely cold. Okay, so opposite of the desert, Arctic now is very cold. Okay, and yes, there are living organisms living in there, and these are, for example, animals, a penguin and a polar bear. Okay, a penguin and a polar bear. Okay, what animal is this? Okay, how about this one? Okay, good job. Question here. Where does live? Again, where does this one live? Okay, and the answer, okay, a polar bear lives in the Arctic. Okay, great. And for plants, we have a conifer tree. Okay, again, a conifer tree. Okay, so it looks like a Christmas tree, right? Our question is, what do you see in the Arctic? Or what plants do you see in the Arctic? Answer, I see a conifer tree in the Arctic. One more time. What do you see in the Arctic? Okay, good job. Yay! So, these are the kinds of land habitat where living organisms live in there in order to survive. Okay, good job. Okay, the next land habitat that we are going to study is about desert. Desert. Can you say it with me? Okay, good. This habitat is extremely hot and dry, meaning it's very hot and very dry. But still, there are some plants and animals living in there. And these are, okay, we have a camel, and a scorpion, Okay, what animal is this? A camel. Okay, and what animal is this? A scorpion. Okay, and our question, where does a camel live? Where does a camel live? Answer, a camel lives in the desert. Okay, how about this one? Where does a scorpion live? Answer, okay, very good. Next, how about plants? Okay, we have cactus and a palm tree. Cactus and a palm tree. Okay, question, what do you see in the desert? What do you see in the desert? Example, this one. I see. One more time. Okay, great. Okay, next one is, I think this is the last land habitat we're going to study, and that will be here, Arctic. One more time. Okay, so this time, this habitat is extremely cold. Okay, meaning it's very cold. It's opposite of the desert. Okay, and the animals that are living in there are, we have a penguin, and a polar bear. Okay, what animal is this? Correct, a polar bear. How about this one? A penguin. Okay, so question, where does a penguin live? Where does a penguin live? Answer, a penguin lives in the Arctic. A penguin lives in the Arctic. Okay, how about the other animal? Where does a polar bear live? Where does a polar bear live? Your answer? Arctic. Yay! So see, you learned something today. Good job! Okay, next, we are going to study the other group of habitat, and that is water habitat. Water habitat. Question, what are the different kinds of water habitat? Okay, and these are the following. There. So we have pond, lake, river, swamp, sea. Again, pond, lake, river, swamp, sea. Okay, your turn. Ready? Okay. River, swamp, and good job. Okay, so we are going to study this one by one, and we will get to know what are the living organisms living in there. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, so the first one is we have pond. Pond. Can you say it with me? Okay, good. So this habitat is an area of fresh water and a smaller version of a lake. Okay, And these are the animals that are living in there. A frog and a swan. Again, a frog and a swan. Okay, what animal is this? Yes, a swan. So our question is, where does a swan live? Again, where does a swan live? Okay, answer. A swan lives in the pond. One more time. Okay, good. Next, let's go to plants. Okay, plants in the pond. And these are water lily and water hyacinth. Again, water lily and water hyacinth. This one, what plant is this? It's water hyacinth. Can you do it with me? Sorry. Okay, next, let's have the plants in the pond. And these are water lily and water hyacinth. Again, water lily and water hyacinth. Okay, what plant is this? Okay, question. What do you see in the pond? Or what plants do you see in the pond? Okay, for this one, the answer. Okay, great. Good job. Okay, next is we have water habitat number 2, lake. Okay, this one. Lake. Can you say it with me? Okay, good. So this habitat is a bigger body of fresh water and is surrounded by land. Okay, and this is the animal that are living in there. This one. Okay, a frog and a fish. A frog and a fish. Okay, our question is, where does a frog live? The answer, a frog lives in the lake. Okay, you do the other animal. Okay, where does a fish live? Answer, lake. Okay, next, plants. We have lotus and cattail. Lotus and cattails. Okay, question. What do you see in the lake? Or what plants do you see in the lake? For this one, for this plant, the answer, okay, you do the answer. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Okay, good. Next one, water habitat number 3. Okay, we have sea. Okay, one more time, sea. This habitat is a body of salt water where so many creatures live. Okay, there are many animals living in there. Okay, and some are crab and a sea lion. Okay, a crab and a sea lion. Okay, what animal is this? Yes, a sea lion. Okay, question. Where does a sea lion live? Where does a sea lion live? Answer. Okay, good. Next, let's have plants in the sea. Okay, we have, this is lovely, corals. Corals. And seaweeds. Seaweeds. Okay, one more time. What plant is this? Corals. And how about this one? Seaweeds. Okay, question. What do you see in the sea? What do you see in the sea? Okay, how about this one here? Answer 1, 2, 3. In the sea. Very good. Yay. Next we will have river. Okay. 1, 2, 3. River. Okay. This habitat has flowing fresh water in a channel going to the seas. Okay. And these are the animals living in there. We have a catfish and a beaver. Catfish and a beaver. Okay. Question. Here, question. What animal is this? Yes, a beaver. How about this one? Okay, a catfish. Question. Where does a catfish live? Your answer? River. Okay, great. Okay, I think we still have more water habitat. Okay, this one. Plants in the river. Okay, we have water lettuce. Okay, this one. And reed plant. This one. Can you say it with me? Water lettuce. Water lettuce. Okay, this. Reed plant. Reed plant. Go. Okay. Question. Here. What do you see in the river? What do you see in the river? Okay. How about this one? Okay. I see reed plant in the river. Okay. How about the other plant? What do you see in the river? Or what plant do you see in the river? Okay. Okay, great. Next, I think this is the last water habitat we are going to study. And this is swamp. Then, swamp. One more time. Okay. This habitat is a wetland partially covered by water. Okay, this wetland is like mud soil. Okay, mud soil, and then it covered by water. Okay, and animals that are living in there are an alligator or a snake. An alligator or a snake. Question. Where does a snake live? Where does a snake live? Okay, your answer? Lives swamp. One more time. Where does a snake live? Okay, good job. And we'll have plants in the swamp. Okay. And okay, this is very common. Okay. So mangrove trees, you see mangrove trees in the swamp. Okay. One more time, mangrove trees. Okay. And what do you see in the swamp? Or what plants do you see in the swamp? Answer. I see mangrove trees in the swamp. One more time. Okay. Yes, we are all done with water habitat and all about habitat. So I hope you learned something from Teacher Melody. Okay, so let's have a quick review for our lesson about habitat. Okay, say habitat. How many groups, okay, or how many different kinds of habitat did we study today? 2. Okay, and they are 1. Land habitat and water habitat. Okay, and you just remember that habitat is a natural environment for living organisms to survive. Okay, so that would be all, and I hope you learned something from Teacher Melody, and I'm gonna say thank you and see you soon. Bye.